Welcome back to the Marking Out Network. I am Dean Walker.
Hey guys, it's me, Neal Pretty Boy Thomas here.
And I'm your boy Cordell, aka Smoke.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Fantastic, man.
Just trying to get my energy up for this show here.
What do you guys think of the weather? Let's talk about the weather.
Oh, man. It's been warm. It's partly cloudy right now with a chance.
So,
of,
all right.
if you guys don't know, we live in the Midwest, and fuck the weather in the Midwest because it's 80 degrees today. It's going to be 55 tomorrow, and potentially fucking snow on Monday. Fuck. Hate it.
It is.
So we're going to transition into our first topic. Fuck, I always use the wrong one. Give me a second. First topic.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
What, interesting choice or?
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
Hey, you know what? It's cool, you know? DJs are always cool.
Yeah, we should go on to the topic.
Except you're not cool at all.
I'm not no DJ, but you know.
But you claim to be.
What are you talking about? DJ Reaper? DJ Reaps. Reaps a lot.
If you want to go that way.
DJ Reaps a lot.
DJ reaps a lot.
Hey, not bad.
Hey, man, that's
Not bad.
not so bad.
Cordell loves
There's
it.
DJ Sir Mix a lot.
Nah,
That was
Reaps
pretty
a
good.
lot. Yeah.
I'm digging that. I'm kind of feeling that. Maybe we can do somewhere booked.
Because I kill you with my beats.
I know he's dropping club bangers left and right.
Shit. Dude, they'll be... Anyway, hold on a sec.
Bam.
Heading into our first topic, CM Punk. Do you guys think CM Punk should return to AEW?
I don't know.
Cordell?
Smoke. I want Smoke's opinion on this because
It's gonna be brief. You ain't
no,
gonna want it.
no,
It's
man.
gonna be brief.
No,
You don't
no,
want it.
no. Yes, I
It's
do
gonna be
want it,
brief.
man. I happened at All Out back in September.
I just
with,
don't.
with CM Punk and the whole scrum with Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. Think back to that time and the fallout that happened and where we are now. That long gap between CM Punk coming back and what happened. Your opinions on CM Punk, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. What do you think? Can fences be mended? Can they get their shit together before Wembley and London?
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care. I really don't. At some point,
But
you gotta.
shouldn't you said you don't care, but shouldn't you care because AEW is trying to fill 90,000 seats?
I don't care because I'm not. Let me just say this: the individual I am and the person that I am, even if I ran a business, I'm not about to chase after somebody who always got a temper tantrum. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Interesting.
You are not a child. I'm not your parent. That's the only person you should ever be chasing after is your kid or your lover. I'm not, and even that's a limit. I'm not chasing after somebody who always got a temper tantrum. At some point, you have to say, if you cannot get along with everyone wherever you go, you might just be the problem. Now,
Yeah.
I can see if news spread about you to your next facility, and then you have this reputation of preconceived notions because, you have a building full of preconceived notions because someone else has already tarnished your name before you even got there and gotten the chance to prove yourself. So then, because I've seen that happen, people are like, okay, well, I'll just go here. Well, someone's already beat you to the punch and spread a rumor about you, and now your reputation's already starting off on the wrong foot before you get there. That did not happen here. You are just not easy to work with.
Can you look at it this way? Can you look at from Tony Khan's perspective and what he wants to do and what he's trying to accomplish this year? Think about it in that terms. CM Punk, when he's on pay-per-view for AW, the highest buys. When he's on Dynamite, the highest ratings, the highest merchandise sales. This is a company that's 4 years old, right?
Okay.
So they need to put everything they have into this one show.
Okay.
Whether they sit down and hash things out or whether they have a breakdown, we don't know yet. There's been numerous reports that there's going to be a sit-down meeting with CM Punk and Chris Jericho, which I find to be kind of like, what the fuck does Jericho have to do with anything?
Jericho's kind of the locker room leader.
And he's commented on a lot of what's been going on,
because he's
too.
had some issues with Punk.
so-
So, that's probably why.
If they have issues, they need to hash it out. But I know my feeling on this is, who gives a shit? Tony Khan's the boss. If he tells them something to do, they have to do it. I don't care. Smoke, if I don't get along with you and you don't get along with me, Tony Khan books us in the main event at Wembley, we got to make it work. We have to.
True, but I think
I
the,
think some beefs are just
the way this is going is Tony Khan and Chris Jericho is as to Vince McMahon and Triple H. I'm kind
It
of
comes down to Tony Khan's decision. Chris Jericho
True,
is not
but
the boss.
I think he respects the hell out of Jericho, and I think he takes
Whether
his
he respects him or not,
opinions
it's
very
irrelevant.
very highly.
It's Tony Khan's decision. If he wants Punk in the main event at Wembley, it's going to happen. 100%. Whether Kenny Omega likes it, the Young Bucks don't like it, Jericho was iffy or whatever, it doesn't matter because it's Tony Khan's decision. If he wants Punk back, Warner Media, whatever, they determine what goes on. And if they think what's best, Triple H, what's best for business, if Punk coming back is best for business, he's going to be in the forefront of this motherfucker. And it's going to be the summer of Punk again. Whether Smoke, you disagree about that or not, whether it's like, hey, him coming back is irrelevant, it's a big deal, man, because 90,000 tickets. They just said today they updated it. 50,000.
I'm not questioning what he brings to the table. I'm questioning on if it's worth dealing with.
I think it is. It has to be it. Because this is the most critical part in the company's history.
Okay.
They're trying to sell out 90,000 tickets. They got double or nothing come out.
So you would continue to deal with someone who just causes a lot of issues?
That happened then. We're trying to move forward. And it's like, if this happens one more time, it's like, goddamn, man. Like,
how many times are we going to say one more time?
One more time with CM Punk? I mean, this is, again, it's a critical juncture in the company's history. It's not necessarily a turning point, but you got to think back, too, because the company's only 4 years old, and they're talking about selling out 90,000 tickets, and it's important. You need a full hands-on deck approach to this stuff.
Okay.
I was there when CM Punk came back in United Center. The place was electric.
Well, it was in Chicago.
It was in Chicago, and by the way, he's going to debut June 21st in Dynamite. Everybody knows that already.
Is it in Chicago?
Yeah, it is Wintrust Arena.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he's coming back 100%, and it's important. Now, granted, other promoters are going to turn a blind eye to how wrestlers are in their personal life because it's what's best for business. Granted, a lot of dudes in the back are not the greatest, but can he work with the talent? That's what it comes down to. But ultimately, it's about what Tony Khan wants. And that's what I'm trying to get at. It's an important decision. And CM Punk coming back for AEW, the proof's in the pudding, man. The numbers are better, and it's going to work. It has to work. It has to work. You got massive egos. Jericho's ego and CM Punk's ego can't even fit in this fucking room, man. They're going to have to come to an agreement, but it's irrelevant if they do or not because, again, it comes back to Tony Khan and what he wants. It's the same thing like Vince McMahon, Randy Orton, I'm just throwing out names. Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar don't get along, so what? Your main event in WrestleMania. You're going to make it fucking work, or else you're going to get not on the card, you're not going to get paid, and put all these personal differences aside. I like Kenny Omega. I'm not blaming anybody what happened at the scrum. Everybody was wrong because it didn't turn out good for anybody. CM Punk was wrong. Omega was wrong. The Young Bucks wrong. It was a fight that fucking broke out. And all these other parties that happened. I like Kenny Omega. He's a stand-up guy. He seems like he's a truthful, honest dude. The Young Bucks are the same way. You could tell, even watching AEW All Access, they look fucking hurt about this, and they haven't said anything at all. So is Kenny Omega hasn't said anything about it all. Obviously, they take everything very personally, but when it comes to business, they have to make it work. And it's what's going to be best for business with AEW. And you have to move forward because this is the most important juncture of AEW's history. And we're talking about a company that's only 4 years old. So CM Punk coming back, it's only going to be good. And I think more people are for CM Punk coming back than against. But I know, Smoke, you're a little indifferent. Dean, I know you can kind of play both sides of this, but that's just how I feel. And I think it's what's good for business. And I think it's gonna be a success. If him and Kenny Omega somehow work together in main event Wembley, you know who wins? Fucking London. They win because they're going to see Kenny Omega versus CM Punk in the main event and potentially 90,000 people. That's who wins. And that's what's important. That's what we're losing sight on. Forget all this drama, man. You got to put all that shit aside. What happened was happened. Man up, apologize, and move forward. You have to do it for the sake of the fucking company. Because CM Punk's not going to WWE. You can put all these rumors and shit about Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. They're not going anywhere either. They bleed AEW. That's what I think. We haven't seen any reports anywhere different. So that's what I think, but CM Punk coming back, so it's good for business. Oh man, we got another prime sponsorship. The blue raspberry, the go-to. It's liquid gold, baby.
It's right here. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with him not being there either, man. He kind of, in the nicest way possible, the way that I can describe his past run was just kind of disappointing, right?
Not in the beginning.
No, I mean, yeah, a little bit.
His feud with MJF was really good.
And he had great moments. I think there was just some terrible mishaps, which happened to everybody, but you could tell it was like it's the age.
It was something off.
Yeah, it's the
Listen.
age, the time he spent
Oh,
away
let
from
him
the
finish.
ring, right? And things happen, right? And I look past it. Whatever, it happens. It's it's hard to be perfect.
You're
in the
saying
ring.
his match quality wasn't very great.
Yeah, it just was
He looks
not
slow and sluggish and old. You could say it.
Yeah,
I'm a
but
CM Punk fan. I'll tell it like it is.
Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm fine either way. That's what I gotta say.
Ric Flair said he thinks that CM Punk is overrated.
No, I think it was Bischoff.
Was it Bischoff?
It was Bischoff said
Was it Bischoff?
Okay, I can pull it
Bischoff.
up if you want.
Yeah, Bischoff said that he was overrated. He
You know what I
said
think
that.
about
Wait,
Bish-
no, let
You know what I
me
think about
let me
Bischoff?
finish.
Let me go
Let me
off on
finish.
Bischoff.
Let me finish. He said that he's overrated. He said that he's not that skilled in the ring, which I don't agree with.
That's another
He
bad
said
take. That's like a
that
Booker
he
take.
said that he said that he's not that skilled in the ring. He said he thinks that he's overpushed and people, it's just an overkill. And he was like, he doesn't make or break a company. And I kind of have to agree with him on that because it's like not on the I don't agree with what he said about him besides the make or break a company. I just feel like business don't stop. You got to keep going. And they've kept going since he left and through his third, fourth temper tantrum.
All right, let me tell you this. This is what exactly Eric Bischoff said. I'll tell you right now. So, according to Fightful, our good pals at Fightful.com, speaking with co-host John Alba on Strictly Business, WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff shared his thoughts on Punk's potential return. Don't give a fuck. Who cares? This is just some. This is just some drama for the sake of drama. It's good. It's a good thing that this drama is actually taking place because there's nothing worthwhile watching AEW. It is what it is. If you're a fan of
Sounds
AEW,
bitter.
God bless you. Go with God. Enjoy the product, but it's flat. It's boring. There's nothing going on except for the drama outside of the ring. If Tony Khan had the ability to somehow manufacture a small fraction of infinitesimal amount of drama that's taking place outside his company and figure out a way to integrate it inside television product, it would be another situation, but it's not. When the drama outside of your company far exceeds the drama that you're able to create inside your company, if you're a scripted wrestling company, you've got a problem. And I think this is indicative of such a bigger problem. And Bischoff continued by noting that Punk has leverage and doesn't blame him for using it. However, he shared his belief that Punk is overrated and what the fans have been seen from Punk doesn't live up to the hype. Bischoff then stated that even if Punk returns, it won't make a difference in the long run. At least it relates to the AEW's product for its business.
So basically what I said sounds a little bitter.
Let me ask you this. What has Eric Bischoff accomplished in the last 20 years?
He's ruined Impact. Him and Hulk Hogan both did that.
What has Eric Bischoff contributed to wrestling in the last 20 years? Give me one example. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But does that mean he can't have an opinion?
He can have an opinion, but it's saying like, didn't he book the finger poke of doom in WCW? Didn't he make David Arquette the heavyweight champion of the world and he wants to talk about storylines? You motherfucker. You have some fucking balls.
I mean,
Didn't he make David Arquette heavyweight the same belt, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Lex Luger, Hogan, all these guys.
But that doesn't.
I know it says does it
but that
invalidate his
doesn't take
opinion for
away
this
his opinion.
for this particular thing.
It does not. That all of that you named really has nothing to do with his opinion.
But he's talking about AEW storylines being
That
garbage.
part. We're talking about Punk. We're talking about Punk.
No. He said storylines.
But we were
boring.
talking about Punk.
Yes.
When it comes to AEW, that's why I said he sounds bitter. He sounds bitter because he's got it wrong when it comes to AEW with that aspect of it. But as far as the topic of conversation,
Eric Bischoff
we're
never
talking
admitted
about
a flaw in his
CM
fucking
Punk.
life, man.
We're talking about CM Punk. I don't think he's necessarily wrong in his opinion.
And no, he is wrong because it said it wasn't going to affect business. It's going to affect business.
Oh, yeah, besides
it's
that
going to
part.
make it better. What are you talking about?
Hold on. You're yelling.
I'm just saying, like, business is going to be better. So Eric Bischoff, in that statement, he says it's not going to affect business.
It is going to affect business, but I'm saying
for the better.
I'm saying, but he does have. He's the only one who. I mean, out of us three, he's the only one with the experience to really have an opinion on it.
Yeah, and that experience put a company out of business.
It did, but we're talking about wrestling.
And that was over 20 years ago.
We're talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
We're talking about his stance on CM Punk, and he actually knows Punk.
That's great. But what he's saying is not true. I didn't see anything about this that was a true statement.
You didn't say anything about what? We're not talking about the article. We're talking about CM Punk.
That he's talking about Punk.
Right. So sometimes I do think CM Punk is a little overpushed and overhyped.
I just told you when CM Punk is on the AEW pay-per-views, the numbers are better.
I get that, but then he also has a lot of people who are against him as well.
Yeah, like Eric Bischoff just said he's against them. He doesn't think much of them, but there's a lot of CM Punk fans too.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
like there's a lot of people against Roman, but there's a lot of Roman fans too.
But CM Punk don't make or break a show. I believe Roman does.
Not necessarily. I don't think so, but we're not going to talk about Roman Reigns. I can't muster the energy.
And I don't want to. I don't want to go
saying,
down the rabbit hole with CM Punk either. I just feel like whether he comes back or not, great. I'm not going to keep holding my breath or biting my tongue just to see what new. I'm not for the bending over, kissing his ass so he can come back and feel great, and then 4 months later we do something else that piss him off and he goes on another tantrum.
Dean,
just come back and do your job, and we'll all be happy.
Dean, let me ask you this: you said Eric Bischoff said the storylines in AEW boring. What do you think about that? Does he have a valid point? And the drama outside of the company is better than what's actually going on screen?
I'm not going to say he's right or wrong. I would say
no.
he's
Tell me, is he right or wrong? What do you think?
You gotta let him finish.
No, Neal has more to say. Go ahead.
You gotta let him finish.
Go ahead.
No, you don't care. Go
no,
ahead.
I do.
You don't care what I say.
No, I do care what you
go
say.
Ahead. No, talk.
No, I do care what you say. I do care. You said he's not right or wrong, but what do you think?
I haven't said a damn thing yet. You're already cutting me off.
Go ahead. I'll stop. Go ahead.
I don't know. Cut his mic again. Did it again.
Man.
All right. So, no, I don't think he's right. I don't think he's wrong.
You know what? Let me... You know what? You don't think he's right or you don't think he's wrong, but you need to have some kind of opinion. Hey, Smoke, give me...
No one's touching my mic. No, you're not grabbing my mic.
Okay, all right. No, for real. Essentially, I think he's half right.
Yawn.
Motherfucker, shut your damn mouth.
Hey, wake me up when you're done with your opinion.
God damn. Yeah, please go to sleep.
If you keep going, you're not gonna wake up. Be quiet.
He's half right because I think the essential part of the whole indie scene is still stuck in a lot of these guys' head. Mm-hmm. They're not used to the long-term booking.
Yeah.
Because a lot of indies, it's hard to keep up a storyline. It's really difficult because you're going from company to company to company. You're winning 20 belts a la Matt Cardona. You know what I'm saying? It's tough, man. So they're learning on the job. They're signing a lot of new people, 17-year-olds for fuck's sake. Mm-hmm. And it's really tough to try to learn how to do storytelling live on TV. That's tough.
That is true.
It's tough to even have a fucking speech in front of your class of 20 people in high school.
And not everybody can perform a monologue on the spot.
No, we've seen that many times.
Not everyone can do that. So
yeah, so I think he's half right. I think he's also half bitter. I think that the dude was on top at some point, so he does have bad, he does have good, but he was on top at some point. I'm jerking him off. Get out of here. I'm not jerking him off. I actually listened to his podcast a few times and I stopped. I'm not really that big of a Bischoff guy. Just get the fuck out of here. I can't focus when you're stroking Bischoff's dick over here.
Okay. I think my feelings towards the draft kind of remain the same. I don't give a fuck.
Ooh, Tell me why.
Hey, Smoke.
Wait.
He has intrusive thoughts.
I am not Dean. You are not gonna cut me off.
You want me to cut his mic?
No, don't.
No, we not doing this. We not doing this. He asked me a question.
I'm asking you a question.
I don't want to hear it until I
asking
answer
you a question.
his.
I love how when we cut mics, he acts like you
it.
can't just turn it back on. That's kind of a thing. We kind of we got to play into it.
I
though.
just
I
don't.
don't work the equipment.
You don't know what that means.
I
It's
don't
a red
know what
button, big red button.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Hey, Smoke, what do you care about?
Wait, me neither.
No.
Producer T does.
What do you care about,
I
Smoke?
just know the mics.
Smoke, what do you care
Dean,
about?
what was the question you asked me?
Is it worthwhile
I'm sorry,
for the draft?
Cordell. I'm sorry, Cordell.
Yes, Dean. What did you ask
I
me?
apologize for this guy over here.
He ain't got no home training, y'all.
So
Raised by
Cordell,
wolves.
let me ask you real quick. Do you think the draft is worthwhile?
To be honest with you, I do not.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like
Cordell, why not?
well, honestly, I feel
Tell me.
like WWE has made me feel this way. Over the last few years, they have not treated their draft as an actual draft.
That is true.
Let's just be honest about it. They have not anybody just pops up whenever the fuck they want to. How?
I love the draft. I think it's a fantastic idea.
I love the draft too.
In theory.
When it's an actual draft.
In theory.
But the fact that they continue to fuck it up because they're they can't be so creative enough to be like, what else are we gonna do? Let's just put somebody over here. No, be creative with your guys. Oh, if you don't know who to have face Roman on SmackDown, maybe give a guy a shot who's on the lower card, like Ricochet. I don't give
somebody
a fuck.
a shot.
Give someone a shot. Stop bringing over Kevin Owens from Raw or whatever the hell they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with the draft. That's why, because they can't be creative enough and push the younger talent. That's
They don't treat it like an actual draft, and so it's like, how am I supposed to care about something that they don't give a care about?
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a draft, if you're gonna have a draft, and then your draft is basically whatever you decide to do, depending on the week. What are we doing?
Without a doubt. And the underlying factor of this, I hate Smoke. You're gonna hate this, man, but it's Vince McMahon. It's Vince McMahon.
We're gonna call the fucking police.
But you know what? I'm gonna nix that. I'm gonna nix that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say
we're not doing that tonight.
I'm thinking of this draft as if Vince McMahon wasn't involved, and who's gonna benefit for a brand change.
Okay.
Who's gonna benefit from, say, like, man, things haven't been working out on SmackDown. You need to go to Raw, and vice versa. We talked about it too. Seth Rollins, I think, needs to get off Raw. Becky, they got to go to SmackDown. Obviously, the titles are going to switch. You're going to put Gunther, the Intercontinental title champion, on Raw, and then you switch Theory to SmackDown. And other than that, I mean, it's really hard to say, because do you split Judgment Day up and they actually got a really good thing going? Or do you keep them all lumped together? Do you split the Street Profits up? Is this the finally time to do it? Are they going to draft teams? Are they only going to draft individuals? We don't know how they're going to play it. But this thing, Triple H has a huge responsibility, and I'm assuming it's going to be Triple H, despite what I think, really. But they said officially Triple H has full reign over the draft. It's a big responsibility, too, because now you have to have individuals on certain shows, but keep it that way. Do not be swapping Riddle. Do not be swapping Bloodline. Do not be swapping all these guys and stuff like that, because it's not going to work. Then it's not a real draft.
I don't think Judgment Day should be separated. I want to see them as a powerful group, to be honest with you. Actually, if we're being honest, can I be honest with you guys? I want if they do have Theory and Gunther switch places.
It's Gunther, by the way.
Whatever. If they do have them switch places, I would want to see Finn as Intercontinental Champion. I mean, I'm sorry, U.S. Champion.
Oh, Finn Balor?
Finn Balor is U.S. Champion.
He was, though, and it didn't do much last time.
But I feel like they're in a
he's a little
different...
elevated
They're
now.
refreshness.
They're refreshed. They got a new character. And
Yeah.
actually, let's be honest, Judgment Day has completely changed our minds as of late.
About everybody.
Depending on how they started off.
Yes.
I mean, I'll do a hot take. Dom U.S. champ.
Or even Dom.
Man,
You got the
that's
couple.
a stretch, bro.
Then you got the, but I don't
stretching.
know.
I'm stretching.
But you got. Please stop.
What? What?
That's a stretch,
But
man.
you got the couples. You got the couples. Rhea Ripley's women's champion.
Yeah, man.
That would be a power. That would only elevate their group. It wouldn't be like Damage Control. They're just together for no fucking reason.
You could say Dom dethrones Roman Reigns.
No.
Wow. You're the first
Holy
person
shit.
and the last person ever
I'm
say
not just
that.
stretching with my right. I'm stretching with my left. I'm stretching with both.
Wow. Do you think Roman Reigns is going to be predominantly on SmackDown, or do they put him on Raw now?
I say SmackDown.
You think he stays on SmackDown?
I think SmackDown is his home.
SmackDown is the number one show now. It has the highest ratings. You think they're going to keep their top guy on SmackDown?
SmackDown is his home, and Fox isn't going to get rid of Roman Reigns.
I will say my biggest, not prediction, because WWE does what the fuck they want. It's hard to predict it now. My biggest hope is they split the titles during the draft. That is probably the best case scenario business-wise, so that he doesn't have to lose it. It might be, the only thing, though? Wouldn't it feel a little underwhelming, him losing the WWE title to nobody after carrying it for so long?
But I do feel like he should lose one of them to someone.
But I can't imagine
he's not, though, because he's on the cusp of 1,000 days, and that's the Universal Championship. It's not the
not
WWE.
The WWE.
It's
not
the Universal. So he's going to be champ May 27th. That's going to be 3 weeks after the draft has already taken place. So they're not going to have Roman lose a historic event over a draft.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense.
I've said off mic many times, I'm okay with Roman being champ for 1,000 days, 2,000 days. You want him to be champ till he dies? Sure. I don't care. Do it. But or at least beat Bruno, whatever. Go ahead. But the fact that he has both and Raw is just kind of all they have is the US title, which is fine. You guys think that too, or you want him just to lose both?
No, my idea was, well, I'm not going to rehash what I said before, but I'll just make it quick. Cody beating him and then relinquishes the Universal title, because Cody never wanted that one to begin with, because it didn't exist when he began his journey. But the fact that Roman has both titles, you put everybody in a corner, because what is the main roster talent going for when you know they're just going to get squashed by Roman? That's the whole problem here. They don't have another kind of like quote-unquote secondary championship to go for.
They don't.
And then it's just like you want to see McIntyre and you want to see Sheamus and you want to see all the top-level guys go for a championship, but they can't, because the Bloodline storyline is so fucking heavy, and it honestly, man, I feel like I'm drowning by it by now. It's just like it's just weighing on me, and it's just like I just want it to get over with. And I know they're going to continue it. They're going to have him hit his 1,000 days. But it doesn't give fair opportunities for other guys. And kind of that plays a role in this too. Who is Roman elevated in this whole situation? You could say Sami Zayn has been elevated. The Usos have been elevated. Solo Sikoa has been elevated.
Yeah.
But the one opportunity that they could have really elevated a guy for his equal, they didn't do it. And that's always been a thought in my head, is like, you want a villain, you want your Joker, but you need your Batman. Batman doesn't exist without Joker. Roman's the heel. He's the ultimate bad guy. But where's your ultimate good guy at? It ain't Cody now. He lost. Cody's feuding with Brock. And they're like, well, let it play out. And the fact that I hate that fucking phrase is just ridiculous.
Your ultimate good guy doesn't have to...
No, I'm just saying he don't have to win all the time. But who did... It wasn't Sami Zayn, because not one of us ever thought Sami Zayn was going to beat Roman for the championship. So who did Roman actually equal to his counterpart? Superman has Lex Luthor.
I think they spent too much time. Well, that was out of their control. They didn't expect for Cody to be out for so long. That wasn't planned. I'm sure they had many other plans.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen that way.
When it comes to the draft, certain people are going to benefit. Oh, I'm going to say this right now. Mark my words. Ha, 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 right? LA Knight going to Monday Night Raw. I think that's good, because Raw is a motherfucking boring-ass show.
Wait, LA Knight going to Raw?
Yes.
Okay.
Because LA Knight needs to go to Raw, because Raw is 3 fucking hours.
Yeah.
And we just saw what happened to LA Knight on SmackDown losing to Xavier. He don't cut a promo. He has to cut a promo on WWE.com. And then Monday Night Raw, 3 fucking hours. You give this guy all the mic time you want, man, because you got 3 hours to fill, and then you really can start building the star. Yeah. And then you can continue that momentum and have him pick up wins. And then we're getting towards the summer. Give him the Money in the Bank contract, and he's the heavy favorite right
Only thing I'm worried about on Raw is I've seen a lot of talent go to Raw, and they're always in that filler middle spot. That's what I'm worried about. Not saying LA
But he
Knight
could
will be there,
But you know what? A lot of guys can shine on Monday Night Raw if it's done right because Roman isn't there. He's on SmackDown, and
so
I think
he can win a title because Gunther and Roman on SmackDown, you're not winning any.
no,
titles
they
on
got those.
SmackDown
No, it's on lock. Well, I switched Gunther. I put him on Monday Night Raw. By the way,
for that.
Theory
yeah.
is on United States.
So
Theory can lose it. It's like Theory.
He'll be fine without it.
He's fine.
Gunther's character, Roman's character, is to have a reign. No pun intended.
I think they already have
titles.
I think they already have an idea of Gunther breaking like Honky Tonk Man's record. And let me ask you guys this. That's great. What do you guys think about Riddle getting inserted in the Bloodline storyline?
Riddle.
Odd, out of place,
Random.
and I feel
It's
like
not random. He has a history with them.
Yeah, but then they
Ineffective.
need to keep it just the Solo. They just need to keep Solo and Riddle as their own. beat.
Riddle being inserted is almost as traditional as Kevin Owens being inserted. It's kind of like, who do we got? Riddle, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins never been really
Ooh,
involved with
how about
Bloodline.
this? A guy who's making a comeback. What if Roman goes against Shinsuke Nakamura?
Keep Solo and Riddle's beef. Solo and Riddle, like just have you can build Solo up to be the
That'd be
strong
great,
player
yeah.
as long as the two of them are going at it. I wouldn't necessarily put him in the Bloodline storyline, but I would definitely make sure that
He's a paragraph in a chapter
he's
in their
a paragraph in the chapter. If this is just Solo's chapter and we can skip through it, but Solo needs a chapter.
Well, Solo did kick the shit out of him on SmackDown too.
Okay, so there we go. That's the front page of their chapter. I just feel like they need to expand on that a little bit more, and I'm hoping everyone involved does not start dragging out this whole bloodline.
Let me ask
thing.
you this: you think they're over pushing Solo? He's been in a lot of main events.
I
don't
he's
think they're-
being rightfully.
And let me
I
tell
was
you
gonna
this:
say I think he's being rightfully pushed.
Rightfully
let me rightfully push. So when he was wrestling Riddle on SmackDown, I could give a shit. He's fucking boring.
I think that's why. I think
Solo's
that's
boring?
Yes.
I think that's why they might
I
be
hate
pushing
the Samoan Spike and two guys wrestling barefoot. Fuck that.
him. Yeah, I know stinking.
Hey,
that
Damn,
way.
no disrespect to Umaga over here. What is Neal
God
doing?
bless his soul, man. I didn't care about Umaga then.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Umaga
know,
was the shit. What are you talking
No,
about?
I didn't like him.
I know it must stink in that ring. You got two barefoot guys sweating and
Yeah, it's one of my pet peeves in wrestling. If you're barefoot in wrestling, I am not a fan. Not a fan.
not a fan.
There's not one barefoot wrestler I've ever liked. Not a single one.
Who said it?
Not a single one.
Someone said something about barefoot wrestling, man. Come on, it was on a podcast. It might have been Renee's. Fuck, man, I can't remember. Someone brought up a good point. Was it? Who was it? I don't want to even guess because I want to give whatever. Anyway, he said he told someone in AEW, a female wrestler, not to wear shoes anymore because she has really good kicks and the attention goes down to the feet going, why the hell isn't she wearing shoes? It was John Moxley. He said it. Why isn't she wearing any shoes? So you pay attention, and then you see how quick her feet are because she was trained in, MMA or whatever. I like his psychology with that instead of just, ew, what is she doing, right? So that was a pretty good perspective on it. So, it could be categorized like that with Riddle,
I'm
too.
still not convinced. And
Riddle doesn't actually have, where you got
what was
frozen, right?
What's
on his
with
foot.
Riddle's
Was
tights,
that fake?
man?
Was that fake? I can't tell.
I don't know. What's with Riddle's
I don't
tights?
know
Riddle's
about
tights have seemed to gotten shorter and shorter. He
He's
got
wearing
Daisy
straight up
Dukes on.
swim trunks out there, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
what
tell-
the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
I'm sorry. I would have to if I was production.
I've
I'd be like,
noticed.
I would be like, get your ass in the back. And
I mean, he
change.
was wearing kind of like the boxer brief kind of shorts. I'm like, all right, that's fine, but
like what he would wear underneath.
literally,
what he
he's
used
just
to
wearing
wear.
swim trunks, no shoes, no knee pads, no elbow pads. Motherfucker's gonna come out buck naked one day, man. He almost naked already.
I thought
not
he
PG.
was. I thought he was going to change up his wrestling style and his look when he was going.
No.
I don't think he should change his look at all. I like it. It's very Riddle.
He needs, because obviously if you're feuding with the bloodline, you got to get serious.
Yeah.
You can't be joking around and like, hey Randy and all that kind of shit. Yeah, that's cool when everything's all copacetic, but when you're feuding with the bloodline, you got to get down to business. And Riddle has a kind of a mean streak in him. He can wrestle. He's not a bad wrestler, but to me, Riddle inserting in this, and we're gonna get a fistful of Riddle, man. It's just like whatever, whatever. It's like I'm good with that. Him and Solo were boring the shit out of me on SmackDown. I could give a fuck, man.
I think they're gonna build up to it, and I think this is to help Solo kind of branch out on his own when he can.
Wake me up when it's over, because I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. Shinsuke Nakamura returned on SmackDown against Madcap Moss. Did you guys see Madcap's entrance?
The little square.
What the fuck was that?
And you can tell he thought he was doing something big, too.
He thought that was the coolest shit.
I was like...
Wait. You know what I thought?
And then he did a stomp.
No, I get it, because he's a square. He's boring as fuck. I get it.
It was...
I like it.
Like a pane of glass he was breaking through.
Oh. Well, he's a fucking mime now? What is that?
So he made the... No.
Come out with white gloves
He
and start
made
doing
the pane
fucking...
of glass, and he smashed through it.
All right, Stone Cold, you mime bitch.
Okay, I hope so. I hope in the video game when they do add
ass.
them, I hope they add shattered glass to it.
They should have
He
that
thought it was
CGI
so
shit
cool.
that they've been using.
I hope they add shattered gas to it. Yeah.
I wish Madcap would have went back to the boring ass black tights and not have done that, and I'm like, fine, but he changes tights even to more a generic default that you'd play in a video game, and he had that weird entrance. I bet you when WWE saw that, whether that was planned or not, and somebody gave the okay on that, or was that like a spur in the moment thing where he's like, man, this is gonna be fucking dope. I'm gonna totally get over now. Square, smash through, Emma in the back, by the way, who's fucking disappeared.
Useless.
And hasn't been anywhere. And then you give and another thing, Shinsuke and Madcap, that match sucked. That match was terrible. It was like no chemistry. Now, granted, Shinsuke and Madcap has never wrestled each other before, but I think we're at a certain point in WWE where you don't see that sloppiness in the ring, and it was very apparent. And I'm like, wow, this is not a good debut for Shinsuke again.
You didn't seem to enjoy SmackDown at all this week. But it's your boy Triple H running the show. What's going on, man?
What was there to enjoy about it?
Nothing. That's why I can't
What was
even
there to
say
enjoy
anything
about it?
That was a good one.
Yes, it was good.
Because he's been on Triple
Should
H.
Should I try to put over Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville?
No.
Should I try to put over Mysterio battling the LWO and his father again?
That can't be that bad.
So Damian Priest and Escobar was a good match. That was fine. I could live with that. But LWO hasn't won a match since they fucking put on the T-shirts. Are they ever going to win anything? They're over with the crowd, and that's the problem. Why are you booking them to lose? The same thing, why are you booking LA Knight to lose to Xavier Woods, who's going to get fucking demolished by Gunther, man?
And Xavier doesn't end up being in any singles matches. That's really random.
They're trying to... I think they're going to split Xavier and Kofi, but why do that? You look... How did that work out last time when they tried to split the New Day? I mean, Big E ended up winning the championship, but they brought them back together again. So
for a little bit.
Guess who's going to go against Austin Theory on Monday Night Raw? Why is this?
Ooh, Chad Gable.
Your boy.
My boy, Logan Paul.
Your boy. Nope, keep going.
Seth Rollins.
No. You know who it is, man.
Oh, man.
You know who it is.
This is tough. You're putting me on the spot. 21 questions. Is it a he?
Well, no shit, it's a he, man.
Is he from the north, east, south, or west?
It's Bobby Lashley.
Oh, my boy, Bobby Lashley.
Why they booking Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory? And it's just, you think Vince McMahon is like, did he even watch when he was gone?
Oh, hold on. Wait, pause. Bobby Lashley's more of a wrestler. He's not really a promo guy, so he could fit better on the wrestling show, SmackDown, don't you guys think, or no? I would say so. I can see him on SmackDown.
Where do you rank Miz all-time in the Intercontinental Championship totem?
Damn.
What does that have to do with anything?
Top
No,
five. Top five.
Wow.
Jericho, Miz.
Fucking Miz Mark. You motherfucker, you. He's a Miz Mark. He's a Miz Mark. He's a Miz Mark.
A Miz Mark.
You're a Miz Mark.
What does that sound like? Bismarck? There was
Bismarcky.
There we go.
What do you-
Bismarcky?
It's Bismarcky.
Yeah.
He's dead now, though.
What about you?
Oh.
What about you, Smoke? Where do you rank Miz all-time IC title?
Like a 3.
3? You guys are fucking delusional.
You got to yell at him now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even put him top 20.
Top 20. Well, you just don't like The Miz, though.
And name,
or anything he brings.
give me one good match of his. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
Am
you
right?
Thank
I
you.
mean, you like Liv.
Thank you.
Get some Gable in there.
No. We're not going off the
You like-
subject.
you
Stop
like Liv
doing
Morgan.
that, man.
You like Liv Morgan?
Stop.
I can't name one good match of
It's all
hers.
preference.
Give
Personal
me
preference.
one. Name me one good Miz match you remember.
I know his worst one.
No. I didn't say worse. Give me
Cody
one.
Rhodes.
You just Smoke just said he's a top 3. You were like Jericho, Miz for the Intercontinental Championship.
Not in that order, but top 5, yes.
Top 5.
So give me one good match you remember from him.
I would say
love
it's the
his
match.
promos.
I would
That's
say
what I
his
like.
promos and what he's done with it.
When he has a really fucking fire-ass promo and then a solid match, sure. Who's your favorite referee in the WWE? Who'd you got?
Who's ever there now?
No, my all-time was Mike Chioda.
Mike Chioda's mine as well.
Mike Chioda.
Charles Robinson's second.
Yep, he's up there. Lil Nate.
Lil Nate.
Scoops is
fucking Scoops, man.
Scoops.
Can we finally give a reason why we call her Scoops?
So
Go ahead, Neal.
Not that Jessica. I think her name's Jessica Carr, right? Is it
Carr,
Jessica?
yeah, something like that. That sounds right.
So
Little Scoops.
I think we're the only ones talking about this. I've never seen anybody ever mention it ever.
No.
But when Jessica counts the false finish 3, she has her head down, not even looking at the wrestlers, and she kind of scoops it before she actually, doesn't even touch the mat or pretends to touch the mat. Usually guys go 1, 2, and stop
They
right
hang,
there.
They hang
Yeah.
there, man.
Jessica, this is what she does. 1, 2.
And she fucking scoops that shit.
And it's a giveaway on her 3 count.
Baskin Robbins
Listen,
that motherfucking count.
She's a really good referee. I actually like her. She seems like
She seems like a good person, too.
she seems like a good person.
a
But
jolly old motherfucker.
when we watch 1,000 matches and we watch 1,000 referees and we watch umpteen hours of wrestling, you pick up on this stuff, and it's just one of these things you thought somebody like an WWE official would have been like, hey, when you count that 3 count, can you make it not as obvious that they're going to kick out?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that. I'm throwing it out there because to me it's weird looking, and she does it all the time. And she started out at NXT and she went to SmackDown. She's a referee at WrestleMania. God bless her. She's a tremendous person. But it's just one of those little pet peeve kind of like nitpicking kind of things that they didn't correct her on. And I'm thinking, why not? If it bugs us, it bugs me a little bit, but nobody else seems to care. And I just wanted to throw it out there. Like, do you guys notice that stuff? Because Mike Chioda, he had the best 3 count in the business. He was 1, 2, and you thought that shit was gonna hit 3, and he would pull it out, man. It's just like that, man. It was just like so fucking close.
Yeah, Jessica Carr with a K.
Yeah.
K in the Jessica, not the Carr.
Oh.
All right, that's it. I am Neal Pretty Boy Thomas. This is
Your favorite of all time, the Reaps of the Reapers, Dean Walker.
And I'm your boy Cordell, a.k.a. Smoke.
that's the show. We're the Marking Out Network. Bye bye.